One of the countries leading the way forward for women is Rwanda. It's gone from facing a genocide in 1994 to rebuilding as a country that now has one of the highest rates in the world for female participation in the labour force. And with women in Rwanda earning 88 cents for every dollar men do, their wage gap is narrower than it is in the US, where it's just 74 cents to the dollar.
The politics and the principle of inclusiveness and the good governance looked at all the people in an equal way and give them equal footing to really work, trade, be educated, and that is what is making Rwanda special.
The Global Gender Gap Report assessed countries by looking at 4 areas, including economic participation and political empowerment. And while Rwanda came in 5th, countries like Egypt lag far behind. Women like Abir, though, are driving women's rights forward by challenging gender stereotypes and taking on jobs like bus driving, traditionally considered a so-called man's job.
Egypt's unfair to women. They judge that as a woman, she can't work in a man's job. Women are dealt with as a soft sex and are only limited to a few occupations here. I'm working in a man's place. My capabilities are like a man, or even better than him.
But some of these gender stereotypes are going to be difficult to undo.
Education's important, but when she has a chance to get married, it's better for her. We don't expect her to become a minister or anything. If she wishes to continue her education, she can. But if she has a chance to get married, then that's better.
Views like that are now being challenged across the world, with women from Europe to the Middle East to Africa raising their voices to make sure every girl gets a better shot at a more equal future. Sara Firth, TRT World.
And for more on this, our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, joins me from London today. Craig, welcome. You've covered many a World Economic Forum. They've been trying for many years to make it more inclusive, to get more women involved, but it still remains overwhelmingly male, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, you mentioned, this bridge. Well, this bridge is being built, as I recall, since 1998, to equalize the pay gap. They've been discussing it at Davos since then, since 1998, and it's a bridge to nowhere. Look, equal pay is really simple. The CEO calls up the head of the payroll department and says, give these women equal pay as the man. It's that simple. There's no need for discussion.
Right.
There's no need for this to continue. You just do it.
Sure, but here we are in 2018, and it still remains a major issue. And according to the World Economic Forum, it's getting worse.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, what? We want to go into gender stereotyping? I will. Men are cheap. CEOs are essentially cheap. CEOs are always looking for a way to save money on their bottom line. They call it shareholder value. They look to the women and they say, hey, ladies, you know what? You're stakeholders in this. Well, stakeholders amounts to a hill of beans. It's real simple, CEOs of the world. Just call the payroll department. Let's get this done with. You should have done it decades ago. You haven't done it. Just do it.
There have been several examples in recent weeks of organisations that have discriminated against women. We're talking about Hollywood, we're talking about the BBC. How have these revelations changed the discourse over the gender pay gap?
I honestly believe it hasn't changed the discourse one bit. Because after this much time discussing this issue, the fact that women in senior positions have not been getting pay equal to men is actually quite shocking when, as I said, giving them that equal pay is so simple. So what do they do at Davos? They put women on the board. It's all women this year. Okay, and we're going to talk about it some more. Show me the money.
We are running out of time, Craig. One final question. Donald Trump is heading to the mountain. He's just approved import tariffs of 30% on solar equipment. Is there going to be any blowback up on the mountain?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're looking at Trump as the Yeti, the abominable snowman coming there. You're going to have Davos bookend on Wednesday with Macron speaking and on Friday with Trump. Look, face it, the masters of the universe atop the mountain do not go along with Donald Trump, and they don't like him.
OK, Craig Copetas, thank you very much indeed.